Section 40.241. What are the first steps in any alcohol screening test? As the BAT or STT, you will take the following steps to begin all alcohol screening tests, regardless of the type of testing device you are using. 40.241A. When a specific time for an employee's test has been scheduled, or the collection site is at the employee's work site, and the employee does not appear at the collection site at the scheduled time, contact the DER to determine the appropriate interval within which the DER has determined the employee is authorized to arrive. If the employee's arrival is delayed beyond that time, you must notify the DER that the employee has not reported for testing. In a situation where a C/TPA has notified an owner-operator or other individual employee to report for testing and the employee does not appear, the C/TPA must notify the employee that he or she has refused to test. 40.241B. Ensure that, when the employee enters the alcohol testing site, you begin the alcohol testing process without undue delay. For example, you must not wait because the employee says he or she is not ready, or because an authorized employer or employee representative is delayed in arriving. 40.241B1. If the employee is also going to take a DOT drug test, you must, to the greatest extent practicable, ensure that the alcohol test is completed before the urine collection process begins. 40.241B2. If the employee needs medical attention, e.g., an injured employee in an emergency medical facility who is required to have a post-accident test, do not delay this treatment to conduct a test. 40.241C. Require the employee to provide positive identification. You must see a photo ID issued by the employer, other than in the case of an owner-operator or other self-employer individual, or a federal, state, or local government, e.g., a driver's license. You may not accept faxes or photocopies of identification. Positive identification by an employer representative, not a coworker or another employee being tested, is also acceptable. If the employee cannot produce positive identification, you must contact a DER to verify the identity of the employee. 40.241D. If the employee asks, provide your identification to the employee. Your identification must include your name and your employer's name, but is not required to include your picture, address, or telephone number. 40.241E. Explain the testing procedure to the employee, including showing the employee the instructions on the back of the ATF. 40.241F. Complete Step 1 of the ATF. 40.241G. Direct the employee to complete Step 2 on the ATF and sign the certification. If the employee refuses to sign this certification, you must document this refusal on the remarks line of the ATF and immediately notify the DER. This is a refusal to test.